All right.
Hello, welcome to our beautiful faces internet. We have beautiful Rhonda Set
Yay!
and beautiful Joe.
Yay!
Yay!
And beautiful James.
An egg, curly-haired egg. Look at that hair. Look at it go.
We love eggs.
Yes. And we have today's stash or pass. We are
Stash
now just
or
currently
Stash.
trying to find it.
It's time for stash or pass.
The beauty being stashed past. Trying to find where we're up to. It's a bit of a struggle. Is this it? So that's Makeup Revolution's post about it. Should be up to like a Clueless collection, some blushes, and Make Beauty bronzers. Maybe we're up here. Unless things have been deleted at some point. Because sometimes that does happen. Yeah, it does look like something got deleted. So, but it should be up to this part here. So it should look like this.
Got
There's like Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, Clueless collection, some bronzers, that whipped stuff.
I think I'm too far back. Is it really far back?
No, it's not too far. From 20th of August. Like, there is a fair bit of stuff, but it's not actually too far. But I'll keep what looks like up on screen. And hello, Lorna. How are you?
Lorna.
Hello, Lorna.
The beautiful
I'm not
Lorna.
finding this at all. I'm looking. I think I went too far back. What does it look like again? Oh, I found it, I think. Yeah, I found it.
Coolio.
Too far back.
I think we're up to the new stuff from Patrick Tarr.
I'm good, Lorna. How are you? Hey, Pamela.
Oh, I need to look at the comments. That would help.
I know it's a bit off being one of the people on panel, not actually hosting, because you don't just have the automatic pop-up on the side.
Pamela. Pamela. Pamela.
Hello.
Oh, that's dead. Never mind.
I'll try pop-up comments when I see them come up on screen so you can read it a bit easier, both of you.
Oh, I can see the comments fine. I just had to click on comments.
I hate having to click on the comments. I usually do it on the phone. I know you do it on a laptop, makes it a bit easier.
Yeah, because it just pops up on the side of my screen.
On the phone, the comments actually takes up the whole screen, so you can't see what the other people are doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And usually I have my tablet over here so that I see everything, but my tablet's dead, so y'all will kind of have to keep me up to date.
It's okay. I can, like I said, I will be popping up comments every so often on screen.
Wonderful.
Well, shall we start with good old... I think we did see some about it, but do we want to start with around the NARS new lipsticks and such?
Sure.
NARS, NARS, NARS.
It's so beautiful. Make me excited because there's not only some beautiful shades, but apparently there's a new Power Matte formula, and it's like bullet lipsticks.
Yeah,
I am interested to try one. I just feel like I'm not into matte anymore, but it's a bullet, so maybe it'll work.
I'm still into matte.
I always still prefer a matte liquid or bullet lipstick, and then I'll put a gloss over the top of it. Even if I am always using gloss, I prefer the feel and wear of a more matte formula. I don't know why, but I find that a more shine or sheeny formula for lipsticks they will not take gloss as nicely. They almost separate with the gloss,
Yeah.
whereas a matte will almost seal itself. But one thing that I'm very excited for, looks like they've done American Woman in the formula, the new formula, and ready. If you're any way knowledgeable about my love for American Woman, the lipstick,
American Woman,
it's one of my favorite lipstick shades ever.
get away
it
from me,
works.
American Woman. Honey, let me be.
And I love the fact that the bullet of the lipstick is color matched to the lipstick shade. So we're going to have
Yes.
the matchy.
I like matchy.
Yes, I do too. It's beautiful. And I actually have space for new lipsticks now because I got rid of quite a few old ones. So I have space for new.
That's what I need to do.
I finally went screw it, and I went through everything and removed a good quarter of my whole makeup collection of old expired stuff or just stuff I don't reach for.
Yeah, I need to do that so bad.
It hurts doing so because I very much get an emotional attachment to all of the makeup. I'm like, but you're so pretty, but I don't use you or like you, but you're shiny.
Right.
But I can't just keep it because I like the shininess of it, but it doesn't actually perform well. It just takes up space.
Hell yeah.
This next one looks kind of fun from Chanel. These new highlighters with the moon embossed on the pan.
Ooh, Chanel.
Yes.
I will say, I don't normally get excited about anything Chanel. I'm just not that girl, but these look really pretty.
I just like how cool the pan is, like the moon with the Chanel bottle printed in the center. It's kind of fun.
Hombres de lune.
And that would be the 4-pan palette, which does the same thing. It's got the moon pressed into all the pans as well. But it's different parts of the moon.
Well, I wonder which one is the dark side of the moon.
I don't know.
It's the Pink Floyd part.
Oh, this next thing also looks magical because I just love the notes that are listed with it. Dior has a new perfume.
J'adore.
Isn't that a name they've used quite a few times?
Yes.
J'adore, yeah, J'adore's been around for a really long time.
So
Very long.
So just keep on using the same name but change the scent, or?
Well, they haven't really done that with J'adore before. So this is Parfum Doe.
Doe, a deer, a female deer.
Ray, a golden drop of sun.
Sorry.
Jasmine and Magnolia.
Yes, Jasmine Sambuck, which I love Jasmine Sambuck. The few really high-end fragrances that I've tried that I really like, they all have that as a note in it.
Yeah, I bet that smells amazing.
Yes. Speaking of, I'm sad. I've finished up my bottle of Mugler. I think I had Aura. Mugler Aura green bottle. But it's out now. Make me sad because it smelled so good.
I'm sorry, babe.
It's okay. I'll get more eventually. I want to try his Alien scent in particular because that's a quite strong jasmine-based aroma.
That is
I think I have a sample of that. Let me write that down. I'll put it in your box.
One of my best friends, that's her favorite, is the Alien.
Well, there's the newest one is Alien Goddess, and I would like to try that one in particular, but I like the look of Alien and Alien Goddess because Alien has a purple bottle, Goddess has like a goldish one. And I love the bottle art too. It just looks like a futuristic gemstone.
All right, I put a reminder, James, but I did make a ton of little baggies for the homeless people at the lake, so it may be gone.
That's fine. It is no problem whatsoever.
But if I have it, I'll put it in the box. It's just, the little samples.
Yeah. I can luckily smell it in person. There is a perfumery that's in Hobart that has some of Mugler's scents just they don't have the original Alien dispense. Only Goddess is open. They have Alien the original for sale, but they don't have a bottle open for testing, which pisses me off. Let me smell it.
Well, supposedly at Sephora in America, if it's not open and they have it, they have to open one.
I'm sure I could, but I don't want to do that. I'm just like, I don't care.
It breaks my heart. Like, we had to do that at Walgreens too. So, but I'm always like, gosh, that's a waste of a bottle.
Yeah. But what's cool?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, what's cool about Mugler, though, if people aren't aware, he actually made it so his perfumes are refillable bottles. And if you go to certain perfumeries that support it, they actually have fountains that you can go and get bottles refilled with. I don't know if they would put a different scent into a different bottle. Like if I went in and I got like Alien put into my Aura bottle, I don't know if they do that, but I do know they have refill fountains as well as the refill bottles for sale too.
I mean, if they were sponsoring refills, especially if it's to save the environment, I wouldn't see why they would have a problem unless the spout don't fit in that bottle for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do we really care about this holiday sneak peek of, well, I don't think that, actually, no, the Dazzle sticks look kind of fun.
Oh, I want the green one, but they're only in Europe right now.
Aw.
I like the Goldie one that I have from KVD. I don't often use it, but when I do, it's always very metallic and shiny.
They're really pretty.
I just never use it. I had one and I just never used it.
Oh, I use all 4. I've got 4 of them, and I use all of them. I love them. Especially if I'm going to go somewhere where I'm going to sweat and stuff, I'll stick that in a little makeup bag, and I don't have to worry about my eyeshadow. I just pat it back that on, you know?
Oh, well, that's clever.
Yeah. And it's got the high shine, so it looks like you've put in lots of effort, but it's like just swipe on the lid and it's perfect.
Yeah. I really want the green one, but it's still not here yet.
Bastards.
Fight them. Do we care about this pumpkin spice bullshit?
No, I don't. And I'm sorry if anybody does. So over it.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
How are you? I saw that at least one of the people on here got this next thing. I still think that I wouldn't care for this that much, but I think this is a much better option compared to Orgy in terms of like neutrals.
Yeah, I like it. And the only bad thing in it, the top row, the second one, the shimmery white, is super crumbly.
Yeah, I saw that on your video. You can actually see that on but I like texture, but I know that you don't like texture. That is like I do. I like the crumbly.
It smooths out when you put it on, but it's really crumbly in the pan. And I know that I would hit pan on that real fast.
Yeah. But, yeah, you can tell on your finger in your video. I mean, it literally chunks.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the mini Orgy formula before he had to resupply the pallets because there was a bad formula.
Yeah.
My mini Orgy.
I really enjoy the palette as a whole.
I quite like how there is different almost tones of what you could almost call as like neutral glamour. I do appreciate that it very much is a palette that you can get color out of, but it's still nice and neutral in terms of like it's not over the top pops of color other than the pink. I wouldn't get it because I'm still not actively caring on buying anything from Jeffree, and there's really not been anything that actually piques my interest from him in a long time. Nothing really has since Bloodlust, the purple palette. Everything since has just been like meh for me. I don't care that much. Green.
I think, what is it called? The orangey one, Prick?
Pricked,
yeah.
I did kind of want that one. I really love the colors in it, but I have those colors, so I didn't get it.
Yeah, I've got that one. I like it a lot.
I really love the colors in it.
The only time I want to use orange, I want it to be like really neon, and I don't need a lot of oranges. And the Made by Mitchell oranges in the Head in the Clouds palette in particular are just obscene with how bright they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to keep the palette, even though I like it. You know, just because I've got so many neutrals, but I really enjoy the formula. The formula is so good.
And I do think the packaging of Star Wedding is quite
It
pretty.
is very pretty.
It's one of the few ones that I've liked. That's the only thing I liked about the pricked palette was the packaging. I thought the packaging was pretty cool, that it looks like a little bag, but I didn't care about the colours inside. Don't care about this God is a Woman bullshit from Ariana
I
Grande.
don't either, but I have two friends that are all about Ariana. One's a male, one's a female. They've already got this stuff, and they swear it's amazing, but I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Music.
But I may smell it when I go to their house or something to see what
Right.
Oh. This next one's kind of odd.
Oh, the Supreme nail polishes?
Yeah, I think it's weird. I think it's like kind of, I don't know. I feel like
It's with
as
Pat
much
McGrath, though.
I know, as much as I like her, I feel like it's a gimmick, man.
Well, I'm just like, when
It's kind of
odd that
cheesy.
comes out left
Yeah.
field with nail polish as well. Like, I never would have expected nail polish from her.
Well, and if she was going to need nail polish, why not do something that's multi-dimensional and,
Yeah.
that's like her signature kind of
Very
move.
basic.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with a good red and black nail polish. I mean, the white, you kind of have to have a tan to pull off the white nail polish.
It also
Yeah,
has,
I wear red and black all the time. My problem, I just don't read Pat McGrath to me at all.
No. Very much feels like she was shown packaging by Supreme. This is what we've already got. Do you want to put your name on it? Because
Exactly.
it's like they've got Pat McGrath Labs slapped on the side of the glass bottle and her crown on the lid. That's really all I see as Pat McGrath.
It's lazy is what it is. It's lazy.
It's a gimmick. Yeah, it's purely to make money. That was all that this was in. I really feel that way. If it would have been like a mint green and a rosy tone because she'd come out with all those colors, I would have been like, oh, she put some thought into it.
Right.
I feel like they gave her a contract and said, slap your name on it.
Have you seen the post where people are like the reels of where people are taking eyeshadow, like multi-dimensional eyeshadow,
And just
then,
rubbing it over a
and
base.
then putting the clear polish on top?
Yes.
That's cool.
I want to try it with my JD Glow shadows, but I don't know. I don't know how to do nail stuff very good, but I'm gonna watch a few more videos and see if I can do it.
Well,
I
if
wanna
you're just
do it,
rubbing
don't
the
do it.
nail polish on your nail, that's easy, and then a clear coat is no big deal.
But don't the base have to, like, it can't be like a regular gel or whatever. It has to be that matte kind of stuff, don't it?
No,
Oh, it don't? I've only watched a couple videos.
I don't think it has to be matte.
I don't know enough about nails to say yes or no. I just want shiny nails. I'd use
I just
like
slap
Glamour Tricks.
fingernail polish on or fake nails. That's all I do.
Right.
Got nothing. My nails are bare.
I don't have anything right now, but
I have
because
glitter.
Buddy would eat them if I did.
Shiny.
Shiny glitter.
The only brand nail polish wise that keeps on really tempting me is Holo Taco. There's so many beautiful shades and formulas. Like there's something about there was a mint green she put out, and that with some of like the hollow flaky toppers and then having the matte finish, it looks really pretty having it mattified. That would be like the only thing I would actively like buy, is just to get that kind of look from her.
Yeah, she's the only one that's ever tempted me too, James. But I just can't help in my mind say, I can go to Walgreens, get some Sally Hansen gels, slap them on my toes, and it looks good. You know, I just can't get my mind wrapped around getting Holo Taco because of the expense.
I get it for their higher end, like the special effects toppers. The cremes, I can understand the harder trepidation, but I think it's more so when you have a formula where it's a lot better, where it's just like one coat done, especially for black and white. That's where it usually is shit from other brands. And I haven't tried Sally Hansen or many formulas, but I do know black and white has always been a struggle bus to get a decent.
Yeah, I will say, I swear by Sally Hansen. I don't know But she's been doing it since way before I was born, so she probably knows her
Right.
deal, you know.
Sally Hansen's probably dead.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whoever bought the company,
Yeah.
but those like Essie and
I
so, you
love
know
Essie. Essie's
the
one.
dollar brands, you do have to coat them up. The Essie's not a dollar, but you know the dollar brands I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You do have to coat them up, but even they don't look that bad once you put a couple coats on.
No.
But I do go for Sally Hansen. I mean, because it just one coat, a clear coat, and it looks great.
Do we want to go skip this next brow product from REM?
Nah, not really.
I'm not. Yeah.
I thought we could skip it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, let's skip it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
really want to talk about it.
And then this, the makeup or catch up thing, that's played out. Do we have to even talk about it? It was so dumb.
I just like that Mischief does dumb shit like this, and they make so much money every time. Like, I remember they did this thing where you could buy a stack of money, and the photo they showed of it, it was like all blurred and pixelated, and what was actually shipped was what was actually pictured in the photo. It was just like this plastic brick that was a printed stack of money that was blurred to look like it was like censored, and that's all you got. And I think, hey, it's a cool, fun gimmick. If people are going to spend their money on it, I can't really judge. It's kind of like, I kind of see it in the same lane as like Funko Pops. It's like you're buying silly things.
No, stop fighting.
But Funko Pops are related to a IP, but I find the Mischief stuff is kind of fun in their gimmicks, but also equally dumb.
But I will tell you the next thing from Charlotte Tilbury is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really tempted, Rhonda, but I love the NARS Radiant Concealer so much.
I haven't tried that, but I got this and I've used it 3 times and it hardly creases at all. Like
Everybody does me put it on, it looks amazing.
I have lots of creases usually with concealer, and this is the least creasy concealer I've ever used. And it is definitely like a medium to full coverage because like it covers up all the colors of the veins in my eyelids and under my eyes, and it great.
Looks so good, Rhonda. I'm so tempted.
I might see if I can potentially get a sample of it, because there is a company that stocks Charlotte Tilbury in Hobart now, so I can actually try Charlotte Tilbury things in person. I was shocked to see how big the bronzers are actually in person. They're fucking massive.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because it's a shallow dish. Yeah. Even though the way we go through makeup, we would use it. But it's actually a lot shallower than I thought it was going to be. It's just a really large pan.
Yeah, when I saw it, I'm like, my God, this is fucking massive. I've never seen a bronzer this big, but I assumed it would be a very thin pan. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Do we care that much about the brightening flawless finish powder from Charlotte Tilbury?
I don't care about the powder.
The next one, I'm like, oh my God, please get on my face.
Why am I tempted by this? I do not like liquid lips or metallic lipsticks. These are so pretty.
I don't either, but it's just Pat McGrath, and I'm still tempted to buy one of her liquid lipsticks. I've yet to do it, and I need to, because I love the look of what I've seen with it, and I've never been let down by a Pat McGrath formula yet. So I don't think I would go with the metallics. I'd go with a matte.
The second photo that is on that, it doesn't look like when metallic lipstick came out, and it was almost gaudy. This just looks like this one just looks like subtle metallic or something. I don't know how to explain it.
It looks elevated.
Metallic.
Yeah.
It's very pretty, James.
I say it's elevated metallic lipstick rather than just like straight up metallic. I feel like it more so has the appearance of a little bit of a gloss on it to give it that kind of pop of light.
I think this kind would look good on you and Rhonda because y'all got better lips than me.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You would still look beautiful, Joe.
It would
I
look
think
beautiful.
I don't mind my lips. I just don't have a good amount of them.
Well, you know, there's needles for that.
Yeah, I'm out. I get
I
enough in
watched
my back. I don't want none in my face.
somebody get lip injections once, and no
Girl,
See
way.
that?
I had to hold one of my friend that's my real estate agent. She had a new thing put up under her eyes and then in her lips and then right in this hairline. I'm like, oh, I'm holding her hand. I'm like, oh, I'm like, I can't do it.
The only one that like had severe aversion to is when you get the under eye bag filler. Like that
Yeah, that's what she. Oh,
yeah, it really freaks me out. But I struggle because I want to get the shape of my bottom lip on this side corrected because just I chewed away half the lip through anxiety as a child. But like the visuals of when needles are going in from when they've got it done, it like disgusts me. But
yeah, I
I
didn't
also
like it.
like I equally want it done to correct the shape of my lip. I don't want bigger lips. I just want it corrected because I
Yeah,
always see how different the shape is when I'm trying to do liquid lipstick or any lipstick, and it always does my head in.
Yeah, I have a big scar over here, and so my lip is lopsided. So I always have to try to overcorrect, or it's crooked, or something. It's frustrating.
I get you, wifey. I might struggle too. I just have like a lot less of a curve on one side, so it's like one side's flat and the other one's curved, so it just doesn't look right either way.
Right? Do we care about the my by Terry
Nah,
Eclate
not really.
Opulent Serum Foundation? I didn't think so.
no,
Don't
What
care about
about this
Oprah.
Oprah? No.
no, not really.
Don't care about the Buxom stuffs either. Or this
Yeah.
21 Days of Beauty.
Yep.
Don't care about. Do we care about this Clueless collection? There's some kind of fun colors in it, but it's Makeup Revolution.
I don't care about Makeup Revolution, but there are some cute things in this. If I knew it was good, I would try it, but I've been let down a lot by Makeup Revolution.
Yeah.
I will say it is the pan of the metal tin version. Aren't they supposed to be a bit better?
They are usually better. I've had good luck with the kind of square pans and the metal tins. Like those have been the best formula from Makeup Revolution. And it is that, so there's a potential for it to be better than you think.
I did like one of the shimmers I tried in the Makeup Revolution palette I got kind of recently. I bought a mystery bag from an Australian brand and it was filled like half of it was just Makeup Revolution, which kind of annoyed me. But it came up to the right value, they said, but like half of it was Makeup Revolution, which whatever.
Right.
And the palette was the Friends palette, the really
Yeah.
big one where it had like big massive shimmers in the middle and then all this matte and other stuff. And I tried one of the purple shimmers. It was very pretty. Like it was shiny as heck. It applied nicely, but I also am like, I do not care for Friends at all. So like
Right.
I instantly have an aversion to using the palette because it's like I don't care for the IP. And I've got the colours in spades. And if I
Right.
want to use those colours, I'll just go with a better formula than Makeup Revolution.
Right.
It's a shame. There's never really been anything that impressive come from Makeup Revolution in terms of like color stories and such.
Yeah. We don't care about the lawless eyebrow product.
No, there's a lot we're not caring about today.
And
There's
we
another.
already don't care about the pumpkin spice.
Do we care about this Starface Hello Kitty?
No.
Oh, the next one we do though. Oh,
The strawberry rococo. Rococo.
from Flower Nose, my love that it is when it comes to glorious packaging. If you want makeup that is stunning packaging, Flower Nose is undefeated. Like, look at that for their blushes.
Just gorgeous.
Their lipsticks just look so opulent. And I like their formula of lipstick. It's more like an air matte, almost like a whipped mousse texture. And it tends to get really soft and feathery like this whenever I've tried the other one.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And the palettes are kind of fun. I was kind of let down a bit by the palettes because I'm just like, you could have done a bit more. But I also kind of like the unique shapes of the pans they've gone with. And some of the colors are really pretty. Some of the eyeshadow looks they've put together with the palettes for their photography is actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And I also like to see it that Flower Nose is getting recognition on Trend Mood as well, which is really cool to have a smaller indie brands because they're an indie company. I don't know if you're aware. They're actually owned by a gay couple based out in China. So it's actually quite nice to see that's being more influenced and becoming bigger because you don't often see it, especially in Asia. You don't often see a lot of like LGBT owned companies coming out of Asia and at least not becoming mainstream.
Right. We don't care about the Dyson holiday stuff, do we?
No.
What about the Cosmos?
The only thing I kind of like the look of the logo. It's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, by Kate Moss.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun play on words and name for it. The packaging of some of the things looks fancy as fuck. Like this Sacred Mist just looks whimsical as hell, and I want it just from the visuals. But also, I don't care about Kate Moss.
Right.
And this Sacred Mist sounds interesting. It is a perfume with essential oils, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. What about the Gucci blushes?
The Gucci?
Teresa's Dead used one of them and it looked gorgeous.
And Kate the Great used one and it looked beautiful, but it doesn't look so beautiful compared to some of the ones I have that are way cheaper.
Right.
Yeah. The packaging is just beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks very pretty, but yeah, it's not anything new.
Yeah. Do we care about the milk concealer?
No, not really. I don't.
What about a little baby hand? Oh, Trend Mood's baby is a year old.
Yay, Trend Mood's baby.
The next one, I have this as well, the Man Eater After Dark eyeshadow palette.
From Tarte.
It is so good. It is so good.
I feel like there's so many repetitive shades that it could have been cut down and curated a bit better.
Right, but the shimmers are fantastic. The mattes are good. It blends out well. It's the most exciting thing from Tarte in years.
I will agree with you there. But I also agree with some of the comments saying, oh my God, I thought this was Makeup Revolution.
Right.
That's where my mind first went with the pan design and shape. But very pretty color story. Like, I won't say it isn't because I've liked similar color stories before. It's just there's a lot of repetitiveness and it could have been curated to a much smaller palette.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. But I used it. I liked it. And a lot of people are using it and really liking it also.
It's either curate it to be smaller or give more depth. Because 24 shades, a lot of it's just very similar tones or similar brightnesses. It's like, give us a bit more depth.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Do we care about Sierra's new make of skincare?
No.
I like Sierra's music. That's it.
Yeah. And Hemp's lotion, they always have new scents. And it's good lotion, but the bottles take forever to use. Oh, we already know what you think about this next one.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at it. Look at it, everyone. The stunningness that is Danessa Myricks.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I mean, God bless Jason's heart. If the house don't close, he will die. But it's happening.
Right.
I'm just gonna hold my phone like this so everything can be beautiful. Do you
So,
guys? Does the post discuss like pricing and such?
uh,
I didn't.
125, ain't it?
yeah, it's 125. It doesn't. It does say how much it is. 8 velvet chromes, 2 pressed chrome flakes, 2 glass metallics, 2 aqua chromes.
God, that hurts knowing that's like going to be nearly $200 Australian. Why must
Even
you
as
do
bad
this?
as I want it, and I'm going to get it, it still hurts me a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Rose and Ben did a look with it, and I love Rose and Ben's makeup. I just need to see what Rose and Ben does with this palette. Like, show me your beauty. Just playing with the green. Look at that glory, and it just goes on. Oh, beautiful.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That is
Stunning.
so pretty.
It's a.
Do you care about Milani's concealer?
No, I like the product photography for this first photo, but that's really it.
Yep. Briogeo has a little honey bear.
I like the imagery of this as well. It's cute.
Yeah. It's a hair mask. You know, how excited can you get? Oh,
Waking in my boots.
then there's a House Labs foundation, which I keep. Teresa's dead. Fell in love with that.
Everybody I've seen that used it loves it so far. And the updates were great on the wear test too.
I did
$45,
see.
which isn't bad.
I did see only one review where they weren't happy with it, but they did also mention they used a primer that isn't gripping on the skin, and they were in really humid weather. I think that was Nady, like Pop Lux Nady.
Yeah.
And I think if like he used a gripping primer, it would work. But he did also say it wore well as well.
Yeah.
He did go a bit heavy-handed with the powder, but it looks really beautiful with the powder. I like the finish on the skin without the powder. It looks like you've just had a ton of beautiful skincare put on, and it's just also somehow evened your skin out because it looks very beautiful and shiny and glorious.
It's probably the next foundation that I'll get. I still have so much foundation. I can't justify one.
I'm due to buy a new foundation, and it's in the price range that I am fine spending on foundation. But I also don't know what it will be like for me to access it, if it's available in Sephora in Australia yet or not, or if I'll have to buy it direct from House Labs. But I am very interested in it because I've always been fine with spending more money for foundation. I mean, I bought Hourglass, which was $90, and that's roughly what this would be in Australian if I bought it direct. Let us have a quick squeeze on Sephora in Australia. Sephora. Give me the makeup. Tell me that there is. Thank you, phone. I typed in House Labs, and it tried to autocorrect the word house to gaze.
That's hilarious. While you're doing that, do we care about the Kapari toner?
No, and it's not on mine. Make me sad. Again, I like product imagery. It's cute product imagery.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then we have the Too Faced Holiday Collection, which looks boring as hell.
Snooze fest.
Let's skip that.
This one is kind of odd. Essence and Catrice at the same time doing a collab with Disney.
I think they're owned by the same people.
Yeah, it's just odd having both release at the same time and it being like tied together. Also kind of fun because I think they're at slightly different price points, or they're both like cheaper.
Yeah, they're both lower end price points, but the packaging and the packaging is really beautiful.
The products actually aren't bad from Essence and Catrice a lot of times. And there's a couple pieces in this, like the liquid highlighters and there was something else I thought was cute, but I'll probably get one of the liquid highlighters to check it out because it's not that expensive for me to try.
Right.
I just saw some comments being like, why is there no beautiful blue for Ursula's palette and it's just purples? It's like, we get it, Ursula's purple bodies, but where's the blue? The iconic eye makeup. Come on.
Right. Well, you know, all those collabs always are lacking in something obvious, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you miss the mark so consistently? My God.
Do we
This
care
next
about
one,
the Morphe Maddie's Zagular?
No.
I only care about it because I'm a fan of Maddie's work when in terms of her dancing. She does a lot of really cool work with Sia, the musician. She does a lot of the dancing in her music videos. I kind of like the color story. I feel like this is a bit more of a elevated, mature version of her first collection, because she did one collaboration with Morphe years ago, and that was very colorful, almost very kiddie in terms of look.
Yeah.
Whereas
Very
this is much
childish.
more, yeah, whereas this one's still got color, but it's much more elevated, more adult, and I like it in that regard. I wouldn't buy it, but I do like how it's a quite curated small collection in terms of shades, and they all work.
Love you, bye. Okay, love you, bye.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Bye. And it's not bad price either, $18 US. So I think that's quite reasonable. Pretty looks. Yeah.
I really agree that I feel like it's not like old people, but more adult-ish.
Right.
I thought the first collab was too childish for the age she was, but that's just me.
Young at heart she was. Young at heart.
Well,
It just reminded me of something that I could go get at Claire's or something.
Yeah.
This seems more appropriate to me.
I mean, at the time when the first one out, she was like 16, 17, 18, whereas now she's like 21, 22. So I feel like it's a bit better. Name of the palette's a bit weird. Changement. What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I'm sure there's a reason behind it.
Walk to you too.
Sorry.
Yeah. Mind you, the disrespect in the comments, people going like, who's this? Fuck off. Uncultured swines.
Do we care about the Tatcha body line?
Yes, we do. Why do I want the oil and milk? Oh, I excited, buddy. Hold on, sorry.
Well, I guess someone's excited.
I'm not gonna get it. It's too expensive for that little bitty amount.
Yeah. You know it's probably delightful. It probably smells amazing. It's probably fabulous for your skin, but $40 for a body wash, I can't do it.
I mean, the oil or milk, I might get one of them during the 20% off Sephora. I might.
Yeah. I would go for the milk, but the oil would last you longer.
Yeah.
The next one, though.
No.
And I didn't know this, but I think it was Teresa's dad posted it.
I was going to say.
The packaging you can pick and then pick the inside.
Yeah. You can customize it.
That's actually cool.
Yeah, because see, I would want the elephant palette with the one that has the really orange one to the right.
Yeah.
But I already have one of these. Like, I just don't have this adorable packaging, but I'll be fine.
I've never gotten one of the ambient lighting palettes, and I do love the formula. I actually quite like the way that the Tiger one already is with the inside and the outside. And that one is very tempting for me. It's the only one I would be interested in, but oh my God, it is beautiful.
I want the tiger with the lightest one. That's what I want.
Oh yeah, that would probably be the what's in the butterfly palette.
I can't
But they're
remember.
all beautiful. They're all beautiful.
So pretty.
Yeah, I've got one of those palettes I got like 3 years ago off of Macari for $70, and I thought I did good getting that. You know, that was
Yeah.
that was like my biggest purchase makeup wise in my early YouTube career, and I was just about like fanning myself.
Yeah.
Those
I do
days
love.
are gone.
Yeah, I love Hourglass's ambient lighting formula for the powders. I just don't reach for them as much anymore. I still use the blushes in particular because I quite like them. They're more like a flush of color, but
Yeah.
I've gone more into I want impact now, and I can get shades that I can still tone down, but it's like I only need to dip in once to get the amount of payoff I want. Whereas with the Hourglass, I have to go in like 4 or 5 times, and it doesn't really build much. It stays a very similar tone no matter how much you use, which is
Yeah.
also nice because it's very easy to use and it's very hard to use too much.
Are we excited about the?
I saw the actual full palette, and it is such a disappointment.
It is.
I
very,
think so too. And a lot of people are upset about the collab. You know, I'm at a point in my life where past drama that's really old, I'm kind of over it. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm just tired of it. And I look at it a different way. What if this is a way of showing, hey, we made a mistake. Now we're trying to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I find like there's so many ways that it could have been such an amazing collection. From one side, like giving that Patrick has some really beautiful artistry, but honestly, I've been disappointed with every launch that is put out that has like an eyeshadow palette. It's always
Me too,
been
yeah.
neutral, and I want something so much more fun from his brand, but I also get it's more an everyday selection for people when it kind of goes with the one size theme and ideology. But give us color, give us something fun.
Yeah, I agree. Circle gets a square.
It just hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. Do we care about this Trend Mood box volume 17
No.
sneak peek?
Mm-mm.
It made me happy to see that one of my favourite colour fixes has been put in the box though. Because I love Desert Rose. Desert Rose's such a pretty shade of colour fix. I don't use it often enough because I have to lighten it on my skin tone, but it's such a beautiful, like, neutrally red.
Yeah. It is.
And the next one is literally done every year. Maybe a little change up of products, but it's the same every year.
Yeah, benefit holiday. Yeah. Let's skip.
Yeah.
Then we come to the Kaleidos, which we were talking about earlier, collection.
I'm very disappointed. I do want the eyeliner, some of the eyeliners at a later date, but I'm just not going to get it because all the videos, it looks like crap.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm struggling. Yeah, that's just a sneak peek for now. We haven't got to the point where they actually show the insides. Do we care about the... I kind of like these because I like the idea of having much cheaper options for people, but there's also a lot wrong with supporting Shein and She Glam in terms of like it's really perpetuating supporting using like exploitative labor to do really cheap products.
Yeah, and it's like the worst of fast fashion.
Yeah, but I do like what She Glam has been putting out. I've actually seen quite a lot good about She Glam in terms of their formula. Price point's not bad either, but I always get the ick supporting Shein in particular, not only because of the exploitative labor issues, but I've seen they've consistently ripped off small independent fashion designers and their designs and then have made it to mass produce and basically undercut what they can do. And I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that's not good.
And it's not just, oh, we were inspired by it. They just straight up will copy the exact design
Right.
of
Yeah.
clothing and just do it. And I don't like that.
We don't care about the Kylie Jenner.
With her mother,
With the
Mamager
mother.
Kris Jenner.
Again.
The actual collection isn't that nice anyways. I've already seen the full thing. This next one's kind of fun though, from Besame. This is a bit more interesting.
Besame is always more interesting.
Just look at
This
that.
is the first time that my wallet keeps trying to open. I've always been able to say, oh, this is really pretty, but it's too expensive. This one I really like a lot.
The Ursula necklace is stunning. But I love it's just like a villains collection, so there's so many different things that are referencing to different like villains and such as part of the Disney franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've even got a thing to reference the Emperor's New Groove. There's like the poison for Cusco, which is so sick. Like I love that they're even referencing things that aren't as popular like the Emperor's New Groove in this collection.
Are you coming in?
I love that.
Very cool.
I'm sure it'll be expensive because Besame.
It's not cheap. Not at all.
And these are supposed to be pretty decent, and I've seen they're quite popular. These Tony Moly jelly lip melts. They look like little Jello cups. They're cute.
It is cute. And Tony Moly stuff is always good.
Yeah,
They're
I've always
very-
enjoyed Tony Moly.
And it's always fun packaging.
Yeah.
Inexpensive is never a bad thing too for skincare stuff. It's $11.55.
Let's see. Do we care about the beauty creations in Rosie McMichael?
I kind of like the colors that are in the palette. Like it, I don't care that much, but the colors are kind of fun.
It's pretty.
But
I think
still
it's
feel
a really
the same.
cute collection for beauty creation. I really,
Yeah.
I feel the same way about it though that I do about that Tarte palette. There's so much repetitive shades. They could have made it a smaller, more curated palette. But also,
Yeah.
I'm not too mad because it's only $27 compared to the Tarte one, which was like 54.
Right.
Next one's kind of fun though. This Disney Alice in Wonderland collection
It's
from Sigma.
beautiful. It's so
palette.
pretty.
Oh,
I wish I could get it.
Me too. But again, like I said, this I will eventually probably get this one, just not anytime soon.
the only palette that I'm still heavily interested in and still like I dream about it is the Corda Rosa palette from Sigma. There's something about the Corda Rosa that has just stuck with me and stayed in my head, and I would still get it eventually if I had the opportunity to.
They even have a smaller version of the Corderosa palette that's more
Yeah.
edited too.
I want the big one. I want the full thing. The full
Okay.
thing speaks to me.
Okie dokie.
This next one's kind of meh, but I also like the little pops of duochrome in it, the My Dream collection.
The duochrome is no big deal. The duochrome barely shows up.
I will
But
say the
rest
palette,
of it is nice.
the palette looked really pretty on Rhonda, but I'm not like I'm a huge Natasha Denona fan, but it doesn't make me want it. But the face palette makes me want it bad.
Yeah. Well, I'll also say that it's more colorful in person than it is in this photography. The palette itself, the eyeshadows are much more colorful. They have a little more kick to them than what the photography shows.
Yeah, your video made the palette look prettier than these pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next one's kind of fun. There's the new liquid blush set. I don't care about that much from Rare Beauty, but the new lip products from Give Beauty by good old Gwen Stefani. I like some of the colors that they've shown off.
It's very pretty.
Now who was it? I think maybe Soph does makeup. I don't know. Somebody did try the Bubble Pop lip gloss, and they said it is sticky.
Oh, that's no good.
It looked really pretty on them, but they did that lip thing, and you could tell it was gripping.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that there's two different forms of lip liners that she's brought out as well. There's a pencil lip liner, and then there's an actual like weird retractable pen liner.
Yeah, I don't understand the flat looking whatever it is.
Well, one of them is waterproof.
That's the pencil one's the waterproof one. The one with the metal case has like a built-in blending brush on the other side, which I never feel comfortable about, like a lip brush or any brushes that are designed for blending being built into a product.
No, I think it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
It's like the Anastasia Beverly Hill blush sticks. I love the colors, but the concept of having the small brush built on the end or anything like that, like I think made by Makeup by Mario's brand did that as well. It just
Nude Sticks did it. It just kind of, I don't know, it grosses me out.
I just can't see it being an easy thing to clean.
This Dior palette is boring AF.
Yes,
yeah.
Very. I like the pan press, but why is it all the same color except the middle shade? What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's all like shades of beige. My picture doesn't show up real well because of the rainbow. There you go.
Yeah, it's very...
Even in this angle, which shows a bit more difference, they are way too similar.
Yeah.
You would not see a difference on the eye.
Not for $65.
No.
Even if it was $25, get fucked.
Right.
Throw it away. And same with the next thing. Throw it away.
It's so boring.
Such a letdown. Not only because J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit.
Right.
The collection is so uninspired. The one of the funniest things I saw was someone made a video where they're like, let's create the Harry Potter collection from Colourpop. And they took 4 of the 9-pan color palettes, scraped off the plastic coating on the top, and then just put Harry Potter related stickers on. So they took the 9-pan green, the 9-pan yellow, the 9-pan blue, and the 9-pan red. And that actually made sense. Whereas there's barely anything that's actually showing up for any of the houses that I actually feel like a decent color selection. And this is coming from a really strong Harry Potter fan. This is such a disappointment. This does not read Harry Potter to me. This is very meh, bland, uninspired. You could have gone a lot more colorful. The only thing that's kind of fun is the highlighters.
That's what I was about to say. If they took the Harry Potter off of it, not because of any drama or whatever, just because I don't see why the highlighters fit the characteristic or whatever. If it just said Colourpop, I'd be like, oh, these are cute.
It also rubs me the wrong way extremely that they're doing this only a couple of months after they did a Pride collection. And then also their response to people being like, why are you doing this and supporting someone who's had a anti-trans, anti-LGBT rhetoric right after directly profiting off of the LGBT community and doing a Pride collection only a couple months prior. And then Colourpop did this whole bullshit response, just being like, we are all for inclusivity and support, and we listen to our community feedback and all this shit. It's like, if you actually did, you wouldn't have even bothered to put this out because you would know that you would be alienating a massive community. And I see a lot of people have been like, oh, don't take it out on Colourpop. Don't blame them for her mentality. But it's like, well, no. Colourpop has actively stated that they're LGBT inclusive and they are supporting the community. They've also done a collection supporting them. But then to go and actually do this, even if they can say, oh, J.K. Rowling does not make any money from this sale, it's still associated with her, and you're essentially showing that you are fine with putting up with this rhetoric as long as it makes you money. So no support from me. Get fucked, Colourpop.
Right?
That's my 2 cents. But if you still want to buy and support it, that's your money. You can do whatever you want. Same thing with Jeffrey. But I do not have any inclination to support Colourpop in any way. I've never really cared about Colourpop that much to begin with. But I just do not like how much they've just been like, nah, we're just going to do it anyways, but then try and be saving face. It's just not how it works.
Yeah. What about
I just don't.
I'm
I
sorry.
just don't think it's interesting overall. I mean, the highlighters, like I said, are kind of cute. I just don't think it's interesting.
Yeah, that as well.
Really
It's very uninspired.
I don't care what the label. You could slap a flower field on the cover, and I still wouldn't be interested.
Yeah, that's kind of where I stand. It's just, it doesn't pique my interest anyway. If you put it in just a black box and there was nothing on it.
Thank you for hanging, Ashley.
Love you, girl.
Hi, Ashley.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Me being interested in high-end shit again.
The Shandakai does look stunning. Like, oh my god, it's so basic. But the lipstick in particular, why are you so pretty looking?
Why this year are these high-end things speaking to me? They've never really spoke to me that much before.
I've rubbed off on you, Joe. The bougie in me has started spreading.
I'm telling you, I really think they're stepping it up because they realize these lower price brands are really bringing it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at what we were looking at from Flower Nose earlier. Show me any high-end brand that is even coming close to that.
It's just these high-end brands are having this. They have to step it up. They're having to. They don't have a choice.
I can't show the pictures, James.
It's so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Do we care about this Givenchy?
No.
Oh, no.
We already talked about that.
Yeah.
God, that hurts. It hurts. The only kind of cool thing about it is the highlighter, which has 2 different pictures that show in it, depending on what angle you're looking at the packaging.
Yeah, I do think that's kind of cool.
Huda Beauty did it with another collection of hers, Love Fest, a month or so ago. So it's not like a new concept, and I don't think she was the first to do it either. But that's the only kind of fun thing in this whole collection, and even then, I don't care.
Right.
And the palettes, it hurts. It's so boring.
It's so uninspired. Like anybody could have made that.
It's called the Fantasia collection. If I'm thinking like Fantasia 2000s, that crazy animation, there was so much color, so much to pull as inspiration for. And this is the route you go, Patrick? Like, oh my God. Boring.
Yeah. Speaking of boring, what about this Fenty Gloss Bomb Ice?
If it wasn't minty scented, I actually would get it. I love their glosses.
You are the Gloss Bomb queen.
I
only like it because it's very lip conditioning. I don't actually like it to wear properly, but
I've got a Gloss Bomb right here. I mean,
I actually emptied mine.
I like it.
It's the first and only lip gloss I've used a whole tube of. Was funny enough the Fenty one, but I actually used it as a lip conditioner. So I'd put it on before leaving for work and I'd wipe it off, but it would leave my lips soft and plump. So I liked it for that, but I hated how it felt on. And I feel like it's a bit too much money to spend on a lip gloss that I'm just going to be removing like 5-10 minutes later in actual practice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I love how it smells and I love how it conditions the lips, and I've yet to find a lip gloss that does it that way. So it's almost like it's also kind of worth it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm echoing.
Do you care about
Echo.
Rio de Janeiro?
I love their stuff, but it's too expensive for what it is.
It really is.
I love getting the freebies when you get like Sephora and they're like, here, get your travel size,
Yeah.
free lotion. But besides that, I just can't buy this stuff. I'd rather have makeup.
The only kind of collection I would be interested in is the matched scent of all of the products. I don't get it where you buy like the same type of formula but different finishes or different smells. I like it when they more so do a collection where you get everything of the same scent but different products.
Right.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the me thing, but I don't like it when you get bundles of like 4 lip balm things from Laneige when they do their little collections. Like, give me a selection of one scent but different things.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, this is the Kris Jenner Kylie Cosmetics collection. Like, look how meh.
That's
Yeah.
awful.
And
I'm not big into her stuff anyway, but this is awful.
the packaging is not attractive.
I don't
No.
like the pants. I like the colors of the shadows in the palette. Like, it's not a bad color story. It's just the way it's presented is awkward. Like, you don't get normal shaped pans, so you're gonna have to struggle with like the shape of the pan if you have bigger brushes. But I don't know, because there are some fun, like there's some greens and there's some nice kind of rosy tones, like they'll look pretty together on the eyes. You'll get a very nice glamorous look. It's just I don't think it's very practical.
Yeah. And I don't want to give Kylie any money.
That as well, there's a lot of problematic things with the family, but like that color story, I can't say I think it's ugly because I've said I like color stories like that before. It actually kind of reminds me of Corda Rosa.
Yeah.
But
It's not
just,
an ugly color story, but
it's just the presentation. It looks weird.
It would need to be a tad grungier for me to like this color story. I would want it to be a little bit darker.
Well, that's why I like the Corda Rosa. I feel like Corda Rosa hits that point.
Yeah.
Now,
And the next one, if we pass by everything we've talked about, I think it's cute, the Hip Dot, but I'm always disappointed with Hip Dot.
yeah.
The packaging of this selection, though.
And
It is adorable.
And this is one of my husband's most favorite things in the world to watch is Critical Role. And this is the Critical Role set. And I think the lipsticks look cool. I think the highlighter is embossed really cool. But like you said, the quality of the eyeshadow and stuff, and the colors of the eyeshadow aren't bad, and the packaging is stunning.
It's beautiful. It's just I know I won't get any use out of it.
Right. And you have to buy the whole thing for $86 right now.
Yeah, Critical Role, that's that show we've discussed that's on Apple TV, isn't it?
No, that's Critical Role is a live role playing game.
Oh.
What's the show called? Mighty Quest or
That's it, yeah. TV show Mighty Quest.
Mythic Quest. Yeah, that's the show on
Whatever.
Apple Plus that I like. But this is actual so a lot of character actors in Hollywood and voice actors get together, and then other people who are game players, they get together and they do this really great job, and it's a huge sensation. It's a very big deal.
It does look fun, but I don't like it when they do this thing where you can only buy the whole collection. You can't just buy a little bit of it.
Yeah. Because there's going to be a lot of just geeky guys even getting it just to collect it for the collection itself, for the collector's value.
Yeah. The main thing with them is a lot of their stuff, about 30% of anything they sell from their stuff goes to charity.
Did you guys hear that?
I did. That's cool.
Which hopefully that's the case with this as well.
Oh, yeah, it's all their stuff.
Yeah, anything they feature on their website related to their content is has a lot of charitable context.
Mind you, I don't know if you saw the part where it's available now for pre-order, but won't ship until December or January.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep. Well,
I
here's
can't judge.
The next thing's ridiculous, I think.
it's I think it's kind of tacky.
It looks pretty, but the price tag hurts.
I just can't. It don't look $500 to me.
Oh, and it's only 100 are available.
Yeah, it's a collector thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna collect it.
Me either.
But we knew that she was going to be bringing out more lipstick cases, so.
Same. It's like someone's like, no offense, but if I had $500 to spend on any makeup product, it would not be on this Fenty Beauty lipstick. I'm like, yeah, same.
Right. And we're going to skip the Kylie Holiday stuff.
No,
Yeah.
we are not, for one specific reason.
What?
Uh-oh.
Do not buy this. This was supposed to come out a year ago, around the time where there was the Astroworld incident where multiple people died. So these liquid products have been at least in storage for a year. So there is at least a year of the use by date expiry that has gone by, and this is just sat there.
Wow.
So it's a more of a buyer's beware. Be aware you
Somebody
might
else said that. I don't know who I heard that from, James.
I
It had to be a video.
I just got it from a one of the Instagram pages that I follow that's makeup news. So that's the only thing I will note about it is don't buy it because there is the potential of buying close to expired makeup.
Right.
So
I don't care about, I mean, I think they're cute, but I don't care about the makeup erasers.
Makeup erasers. I don't care what they put on. I'm never interested.
Now, I will say, I'm not into Revolution again, but this next thing kind of makes me feel like they're trying to do a Charlotte Tilbury.
It totally looks like Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah,
sure.
to me, yeah.
At least it does read a bit higher end than Makeup Revolution, but I think, like, considering the look of it, it's going to be kind of a disappointment when you actually get everything out of the box.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Soap Does Makeup always does their advent calendar, obviously, so I'll see what it shows, but I feel like it'll be a disappointment too.
This next one, I kind of am weirded out why it's called Naked still from Urban Decay, but this is what I've wanted from Urban Decay to do for so long. This looks so cool and so
It
much
looks
fun.
Actually does. Yeah.
It's like old school Urban Decay.
Yeah, I haven't been interested in anything Urban Decay, and this I'm interested.
Yeah, so
It's
this
gorgeous.
is with Robin Eisenberg, which is an illustrator. The illustrator was inspired by sunsets and the varied colors of California and made this limited edition palette. The looks that have been created with it, like, it just looks so fun. Like, I love this direction that this palette has gone in. Look at that colorful eye. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is something that Urban Decay has been missing for so long. And when I first saw this, it was like, oh my God, that's Urban Decay. And I'm actually tempted to buy this because I love the look of the packaging.
I'm going to try it out. If I don't like it, I'll return it. You know how I am, but
I don't even care about the inside. Just that packaging is so fun.
yeah.
So good job, Urban Decay. You finally pulled something out of your ass that wasn't shit.
And everything else that's on there we've talked about.
And I love how the comments are filled like, oh my God, finally, Urban Decay.
Right.
See, I hope this is the start of an upswing for Urban Decay because I'd love to see them do more of this.
I agree.
It's such a beautiful palette. Love the looks that were shown off with it. I love the finishes. I like that there's a lot of really sparkly shades.
Yeah.
And I just love the tones together with the, like, periwinkle with the purple and the kind of deserty shades. It's a very fun collection.
Yeah.
Love it. Don't know how much it will cost. I'm sure it's around the same price as the normal ones, but this might actually this might actually tempt me to potentially buy my first Urban Decay palette.
That would be cool.
It's just, there's something, I love the packaging, very whimsical. It's just beautiful.
Fantastic.
Yes. Okay, we're seeing some of the insides of products. So apparently the Ursula Metal Compact, oh, get fucked, Besame. $225.
Yep.
Wow.
Gold plated with 5 Swarovski crystals. Compact is refillable with any of their powders. It comes with a gold shimmer cream that can be used to highlight the cheeks and eyes.
And the ring, that's a fragrance. Why do I care? But I do.
Oh, it's a perfume. Okay, so it's like a dry
I
perfume.
love it so much.
Does sound interesting.
I love it.
And then that's it from Trend Mood. Now let's just go to Trendstopia, the more fun place. This is one of my favorite pages that shows all the indie.
I actually, I gotta go. I'm gonna have to go put some back gel and ice on. I'm sorry, guys, but I've had a great time.
Feel better, Joe.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, honey.
We're close to finishing anyways, so it's okay. Bye-bye. Because it's only just a couple of the indie brands showing off new things from now. And there's not too much. This one's kind of fun. This is a palette from the brand Wicked Widow Beauty called the Twisted Cherry palette. I think kind of fun color story.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Packaging is fun as well. Very tattoo art inspired.
That's really pretty.
And $32 comes with 4 duochromes, 4 mattes, and 4 shimmers. I like that we're getting to a point now where duochromes are getting much cheaper for people to actually get into and afford.
Right.
Do I care that much? Okay, Anna Sui has bought out some blushes, but they're very meh, which is a shame because I like Anna Sui's design and style.
Yeah, her aesthetic is usually really sharp.
I have one of her perfumes, and the bottle for it is so stunning. It's Fantasia. I think it's I can't remember the full name of it. Something Fantasia, but it's got a big mermaid metal thing on the top of the bottle.
Cool.
It's like a weapon. This one looks really fun. This brand called Daughter Earth makes these really fun colors of blushes, and they've got a new one where it's purple blush, which comes with Java Plum and vitamin E. Just look at that color.
Wow, that is purple.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Would I use it? Probably not.
I like that it's very inexpensive as well. It's $12.22.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so for a cream blush as well, so kind of on brand, on trend with new things, and I like that it's pretty inexpensive. There's a couple of new highlighter palettes. This one's from the brand Bella Beauty Bar. It's called the Chrome Highlighter Palette. Like, look at these colors.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Those are amazing.
And it's $59, so a bit expensive, but the pans are huge. And they are a more higher end brand in terms of their price points. Next one is kind of similar tones, and I'll say in a second after showing it, but there's kind of a cool story that goes with this. So the brand Blend Bunny Cosmetics, that always has really fun palettes and amazing formulas. They also showed off a new highlighter palette they've come out with, and it's called Noctilucent, which basically means it's shimmery or it's colorful or bright in the dark. And the color selection from this is really fun as well.
Wow.
But what happened is some people were like, oh, that looks very similar to the previous highlighter palette that I showed you from Bella Beauty Bar. I don't agree, but they are kind of similar colors in general. But what the two companies have done, instead of there being drama and all sorts, they've just decided to create a giveaway where they've called it the Great Minds Giveaway, because they're like, oh, because they're saying it looks similar, they're like, what's that saying? Great minds think alike. So it's like when they realize how similar our palettes are, we laughed, hugged it out, and said, let's do a highlight giveaway. So they're giving away both highlighter palettes together.
That's so clever.
So I think it's really nice to show that, like, you don't always have to be argumentative. You don't always have to be like, oh, we will do this. You have to cease and desist, whatever. Shows that brands, even completely small independent brands, independent of each other, can come together and turn it into a good situation.
That's really cool.
This next one's exciting. If you like Shroud Cosmetics and the Betty Jean palette last time that they did a collaboration together, they've done a new collaboration. So this was the first palette I'm about to show, which was the It's Frickin' Bats palette.
Oh, that's cute.
And the new palette is called Hello Bean, because
Yeah.
her nickname is Beauty Bean. And look at it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Much more grungy, neutrally, more Halloween, whereas I felt like the other one was much more brighter, colourful. Still beautiful. This next one's kind of fun from Profusion. It's not the most amazing because Profusion, but there was this Dark Castle collection that came out and kind of fun gothic looking.
Yeah, I remember that. That's really pretty.
I don't think it's too bad at all, colour story wise. Still similar thinking where it's like much of muchness and it could have been curated much better, but I'm not complaining for the price point that Profusion's at.
And Profusion's pretty good quality too.
I mean, $14 for that palette. Can't really
That's amazing.
The next one, which is the kind of thumbnail for this live, which I'm very excited to get, is the Glaminatrix palette. Like, oh,
Right.
stunning beauty.
It is gorgeous.
And that is going to be available. Give me a second because I'll just find the post talking about it. So it will be available Saturday the 24th at 6 p.m. in America, Eastern Standard Time, or available Sunday 25th of September at 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Cool.
This is just some live swatches in a video of it moving around. Oh my god. Like,
Wow, look at that shine.
I know. The poor camera's freaking out trying to show it. That one I'm very excited for. And this next one I was also very enamored by, and it kind of is similar veins of Corda Rosa, but a bit more colourful. Ace Beauté has shown off the Violet Sage palette, and oh my god, how...
Yeah, it's much prettier than most of their palettes.
There is something about this that is, it's so stunning. Like, it's beautiful. It is so up my alley in terms of color selection. It's really pretty, and I love what they've done. And this one look that they've posted of a lady wearing it, like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, oh, closer up on the eyeball, stunning. So, also tempted by that. Okay, so apparently it was only limited edition and it's already sold out, but they didn't expect it to be so popular, so there might be a restock of it. Which is not big of a deal if I don't end up getting it, because I can dupe it out, but oh my god, it's such a beautiful colour together anyways. Wow, this one's another one where I feel like this is a bit over the top. Sugar Drizzle Polish has shown off the Mattes Press Pigment palette, where it's just only mattes. But oh my god.
It's gorgeous. And Sugar Drizzle's formula, I've got a couple of their shimmer palettes, and it's amazing.
I do. It looks pretty, but I'm like, my god, I think that's a bit too much of purple. You don't need that much purple. They look like, with the swatches, so many of them look so similar.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't get it.
I
need a more diverse color story.
well, I feel like it's very heavily leaning into blue purples with very few red purples.
Yeah.
Which would have been a bit more fun if they leaned into some more red purples and really evened it out. But it's still beautiful nonetheless. I just feel like it's very repetitive. There's a lot of similar tones and a lot that could have, again, been curated to be a smaller, like 12-pan palette that would just have the same level of impact.
Right.
Another one from Bella Beauty Bar is this Strange and Unusual palette. It actually kind of reminds me of one of the Jolie Beauty palettes a bit.
Yes.
Still beautiful.
Absolutely.
This one's kind of fun from Colored Rain, the Thunder Pressed Pigment palette.
That's very beautiful.
It's giving, I like that. This is what I'm meaning, where it's like more curated.
Yes, I understood.
There's no repetitive shades. I just like that. It's a really nice selection. It actually kind of reminds me of a more modernized version of Blue Blood.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing.
And a bit cheaper too, $25.
Right.
And look at the swatches. Like, that pigment is ridiculous.
Yeah, Colored Rain. I just got a bunch of Colored Rain liquid lipsticks for $1.50 a piece.
Wow. Cheap.
And their formula is supposed to be really good. I couldn't pass up $1.50 a piece to try out their formula, so I got like 5 different ones.
Don't blame you. What's this one? Coven Couture. Is there an actual proper showing off of this one? There's a palette that I did see some swatches from the Bella Beauty Bar, but I don't know what palette it comes from. Oh, okay. So these are hand pressed singles that are sneak peeks by Bella Beauty Bar. Like, look at the. Oh, I'll restart that.
Oh, very beautiful.
So beautiful, so stunning, so shiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to scoot, babe.
Oh, I'm done now. I've finished.
Okay.
That is all of the glory.
You want to come back on October 1st?
October 1st for you, which would be October 2nd for me.
Yeah.
October 1st. And that on your channel.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly note where we're up to.
Coolio.
Well, thank you for hanging out with me and doing the beautiful trend mood as always.
I love you so much. Have a wonderful day, my love.
You as well, and thank you all for watching. Love hearts to you.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.